In the heart of Granada, Spain, perched atop the Alcazaba hill, lies a fortress of such historical and architectural splendor, it seems to belong more to the realm of fairy tales than to the world of mortar and stone. This is the Alhambra, a complex of palaces and fortresses that is as much a narrative of Granada's history as it is an architectural marvel. It is also a place that holds narratives, centuries-old tales that bring the spirit of wonder to life. But, first, let's roam into the Alhambra's true history. The story of the Alhambra begins in the 9th century, a period marked by turmoil and fragmentation in the Islamic world. Initially constructed as a small fortress in 889 AD on the remains of Roman fortifications, the Alhambra, as we know it today, started taking shape in the mid-13th century, when the Nasrid dynasty, the last Muslims to rule in Spain, came into power. It was here the transformation from a fortress to a royal palace began when Muhammad I established the fortress atop the hill as a royal residence. But while Muhammad might have chosen the spot for the Nasrid dynasty to flourish, it was his successors who imbued the Alhambra with the artistry and grandeur it still has today. Each sultan who lived in the Alhambra contributed to its design, adding palaces and refurbishing existing structures. Sultan Yusuf I and Muhammad V were particularly instrumental in these aesthetic upgrades, commissioning the construction of most of the palaces and extending the fortifications. The result is a breathtaking blend of intricate Islamic art and architecture, complete with horseshoe arches, arabesques, and detailed tilework that reflect the zenith of Moorish art in Spain. One of the most enchanting elements of the Alhambra, perhaps, is its use of water. Reflecting pools, fountains, and intricate irrigation systems create a sense of serenity and coolness, symbolizing the Islamic garden paradise. This is best seen in the Court of the Lions, famous for its marble fountain supported by 12 lions, an exquisite example of Muslim art. But the Alhambra's tale is not just one of royal opulence and artistic innovation, it's a narrative of cultural exchange and the ebb and flow of political power. Following the Christian Reconquista in 1492, the Alhambra became the royal court of Ferdinand and Isabella. During this time, parts of the complex were used by Christian rulers, and the Palacio de Carlos V, a Renaissance building, was added to the complex. So, as an ancient building with such a storied history, is it any wonder it should also produce a bevy of legends? Within the ornate walls of the Alhambra lies the Hall of the Abencerrages, a place shrouded in a dark and tragic legend. It is said the knights of the Abencerrages family, renowned throughout North Africa for their nobility, were invited to a fated banquet within this very hall. Unbeknownst to the knights, this invitation was a trap set by a rival faction within the Nasrid court. As the knights gathered around the fountain, they were mercilessly slaughtered, their blood dripping onto the marble below. Today, a stain still shows on the fountain, rumored to be the blood of the knights, a grim reminder of a betrayal never to be forgotten. Wrapped in the aura of legend, the Puerta de la Justicia, or Gate of Justice, is not merely an imposing gateway into the Alhambra, but a symbol of the palace's unconquerable spirit. It was said the door, with its ingenious design and formidable strength, was impregnable, capable of resisting the assault of 1,000 armies. Born from the admiration and fear the Alhambra inspired, this legend portrays the fortress as an almost supernatural refuge. As more mythical legends go, how about an end-of-the-world prophecy? It is said the Puerta de la Justicia holds a secret sign of the apocalypse. The day the hand of Fatima carved on the gate's exterior archway touches the key to paradise, carved on its interior archway will herald the end of the world. The convergence of these two features, as per the legend, a physical impossibility under normal circumstances, is a metaphorical representation of a cosmic alignment or divine intervention, marking a moment of profound change or cataclysm. Lurking in the less traveled paths of the Alhambra is the spectral story of an enchanted soldier, a timeless sentinel bound to an ancient curse. Entrusted with the safeguarding of King Boabdil's hidden treasure, this ethereal guardian is shackled by a spell, granting him respite from his duty only once every 100 years. If that sounds like a terrible lot, it gets worse. The legend goes on to tell of a hopeful student and a covetous priest who endeavored to lift this curse. But their quest, tainted by human greed and deceit, ultimately failed, dooming the soldier to an eternity of wandering the Alhambra's grounds. Enshrouded in the mystery of time and shadow, the Nasrid Palaces within the Alhambra whisper a legend of celestial artistry. More than just a residence, these palaces are believed to form a grand sundial, their walls and chambers intricately aligned to track the sun's journey across the sky. As day progresses, shadows cast by the architectural contours dance across the rooms, creating a mesmerizing display that splits the space into exact halves at the zenith of noon. Or does it? It is, after all, just a legend. While the Alhambra may be famed as one of the most iconic Moorish palaces in the world, it is more than just the history and architecture of a bygone era. It also abounds with myth and possibility. As the sun sets over its walls, the Alhambra whispers these legends into the winds, ensuring its stories, like its legacy, will ever be told across the sands of time.